Pranam, I'm Singh, Director of Training for the Kundalini Research Institute. We're asked this question frequently. What is Kundalini Yoga? Well, yoga is that capacity in us to create a union, a merging, a touch and an understanding. Yoga in the heart is compassion. Yoga in action is excellence. Yoga in mentality is intuition. So yoga is not just a posture. Yoga is an experience of consciousness in how we relate to ourselves and to everything else in the world. Kundalini Yoga is a particular manner of approach to that joining. Kundalini means awareness. When Yogi Bhajan, master of Kundalini Yoga, was asked this, he said, well, Kundalini is the awareness, Kundalini Yoga is the science of awareness, and Kundalini, when it awakens in you, it optimizes all of your nervous system and your glands so that the consciousness that you sense within your soul can have the necessary projection to enact itself into the world. So Kundalini Yoga is a yoga that is about manifestation. It's about how do you take the unseen and make it seen? How do you take the love in your heart and create an action into the world? How do you take the subtlety of the whisper of your soul and make it come into your words so that what you say is truthful enough and kind enough that it can write itself into the heart of the person you talk to? Kundalini Yoga is that yoga that says no matter how much breathing you do and posture you do and everything else you do, you can't escape the responsibility of awareness, the responsibility to have all the consequences of your identity. And it gives you the skills to be able to understand your identity, recognize your awareness. It has in it a teaching. And when you engage the teaching of Kundalini Yoga, you're actually confronting the teacher. Yogi Bhajan would say, don't relate to me as flesh and blood. I am the teacher that you can find in the teachings. What is it that acts as a teacher in the teachings? Kundalini Yoga confronts the gap that we have between our consciousness and our self, between our consciousness and our personality. It gives you the tools to know that how you act today is something you'll agree to in a year, in 10 years, in 100 years, because it lets you have the awareness to act from that timeless place of love that's in the self, and to go through all this complexity of life and all the polarities of it. Best definition of yoga, other than union, is a yogi, is someone who can live within all the polarities of life and yet live above it. Now, that doesn't mean you're not subject to birth and death and health and illness, but it means you won't just have reactions to that. You'll not be just shaped by that. Rather, you have the right as an individual to be happy, to be aware, and to initiate a graceful action of kindness in the midst of all the polarities. Then, all the polarities of the world seem like a dance. And you are just the choreographer of your path through that. Kundalini Yoga gives you that power to walk the path of your heart, of your individuality and uniqueness, and to deliver that into the world smoothly. Sadhana.